Good morning. Good morning. I don't know what time you're watching this, so it's probably not morning for you. But for me, it's morning. See, for me, it's 9 a.m. So I'm going to be talking a little quieter as I'm not really awake. And I'm selecting the music. And I've decided this is going to be the upload style. Maybe one day I will edit. But for now, the simplest and most consistent way that I will actually upload is that I hit record and I begin talking, and you're here with me. That's it. I'm using my computer, and you are listening or watching me currently. That's the logic. So why should I edit it too much as long as I, am productive? Let's get music playing. My YouTube is kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty yikes. I listen to a lot of ambient music. Oh, there it is. I listen to a lot of low views stuff too. I guess we'll check it out. Go ahead and open Backpack Battles. We got an update. Let's see what that is. I prefer the old artwork. I think the new artwork's really cool, but I prefer the old artwork. It was less poppy, less, as beautiful as it is, less eye gouging. It's a little hyper poppy, a little too bright. What's the word for that? I don't know. Let's hit the button. So we got the poison flask, a garlic. Since we started random, we have the star, a fanny pack, and a normal. So obviously, it kind of just wants us to make the poison dagger. We could hold on to that and maybe make a poison bow, which is actually what I think I'm going to do. I don't have access to mana, but that's an on sale book, so I'm just going to grab it. The heat is Pog, because it's halfway to 2 heat, and 2 heat's what we need to craft most things, so might as well. If we don't end up crafting with it, we can just sell it. If I had mana, I could go next, and this would probably be enough to beat most builds, but oh, there's the poison bow. Let's go. See? It's all about reading this little dude down here. I swear this shop is predictable. So we're not going to need the banana yet. And if we go poison bow, we might as well go pandemonium since it's right there and we're getting a banana. So we're going to money max this round and go. Hopefully we win. Oh, we lose. It's okay. We lose there simply because, I do no damage. And they do good damage. And that is my only shield. This didn't activate at all. So, that's huge. Because we still have our star, that's 1 unique. So we just need 1 more unique, which we'll get here in just a second. This also consumes mana. I don't really need this, but I might hang on to it in case I get an unstable recombobulator. I guess... Doesn't this make a generator? This is pretty sick. Why don't we build that? Okay. So for now we're going to craft the toast and then we're going to lock everything in the shop. I guess we could sell this and go ahead and buy the banana. I don't really need the banana now that I have the flute, but I like the banana more than the flute. And if we do end up going stamina heavy somehow, I guess we can hang on to the flute, Yeah, that's a pretty solid dub. The poison bow is extremely strong early. If you get this before round 5, it is so good. Right up there with Excalibur. If you get Excalibur turn 2, you crafted it turn 1 or 2, so you have it turn 2 or 3. Yeah, if you get it that early, very easy dubs. I think the only thing that scares you at that point is a hammer. This is pretty cool. If we get another flame, how can I not go the flame whip? It's my favorite build. I guess. I don't need the dagger anymore. Let's go ahead and get the unique. There's that. Let's go. Alright, flame whip on the way. We're so happy to see that. I kind of want this generator still, and that's a problem. I might just sack another round. I think I'm just gonna do that. Okay, well, we won it. You know? Beauty of backpack battles is experimental. Sometimes that happens. We don't need the... it's so strong. I want to hold on to everything in Adventure. It's so hard. So, I should probably speed this up, but I realistically have to put it there. Yeah. I don't know why I've had this in there the whole time. I'm gonna need stamina. This is pretty awesome. I just cannot afford it. And I need to make the flame whip this round. I'm gonna sneeze. Well, I don't really need the flame whip this round because I don't even produce spike. You know, when you think about it, what's the point of the flame whip if I don't even do spike yet? So it would be ideal if we could craft this, but I need the thorn whip so I can deal damage. So I guess we will just go like this. Okay, but what if I just beat the buns off them? Like I beat the brakes off them. Like what if money maxed? Yeah, because we gotta buy all this anyways. And like if we lose, it is what it is. But I think I'll just beat the brakes off them. Oh, so close. Nice. Another one. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, this is so confusing. Why do I have so much bread now? Why are they giving me so much stamina? I don't want none of this. I really want Cthulhu. I really want to craft that, so... Need one more. Get out of here, broccoli. Alright. Send it. Oh, wait. Toss that in there. Should we upgrade this? I feel like not. I don't think that's the play. Yeah, I think we just go. Oh, I'm dead. I mean, the flute could save me. It's possible. It didn't. That's buns. Cthulhu's huge. So, witness, now a viewer. Ha ha ha. You thought I probably was crazy for hanging on to this. But look at him now. Oh, that's 3 on him. We probably want it like... When we want it like... Basically like that. Like... Yeah, like that. And the thing is, we want this on there, so... Oh wait, he's a unique. Lamau. We love Cthulhu. Listen, Cthulhu could be probably just a they. When you really think about it, if you're like an indescribable horror, probably just a they. Maybe just an it. Yeah, we respect the it. So the problem is I don't have a weapon now. I also don't even use stamina. I need like a chili. But these are good speed ups for the Cthulhu, so. This is rough. Okay, here's our weapon. We could sell one of these. There we go. Not bad. I could have tossed the red gems in to get some more damage and lifesteal, but hopefully it won't matter. Cthulhu is really strong. Steals the life, 100% lifesteal. That's awesome. Another mana torch. That happened last video. That's crazy. Actually, last video I had to spend the entire run trying to get the mana torch to actually get crafted because I couldn't get a blueberry. You can't mana torch. It's because it does effect damage. Oh, I'm so silly. Well, it's okay because you think the thing is we have Cthulhu, and right now we have a flute and 3 toast. Well, 2 toast and a bread. And so even though we're going to run Flame Whip and Poison Bow and Mana Torch, which is going to be insanely stamina heavy, the game knows. Look at it. The game knows. It gave us a stamina pack, and it gave us the stamina scroll. So now we just pick up this. Nowhere to put it right now. We toss these in there. We do not combine them. We toss that in there for debuff protection, and we go next. Unless we can... No. Alright, we go next. Do I need this? Gets me to 4. I could buy one of them right now. I think that's worth it. Yeah, we like that. Alright. I think that's a dub. Surely. Yeah. That's awesome. That sucks. Alright, I get a lot of luck, so this isn't like bad, and I could just get even more uniques. I think it sounds pretty cool. Like, I probably should have thought about it more. It's gone. I probably should have thought about it more. But what if I just had a Mach 10 Cthulhu? You know? So, we need to go ahead and get this Flame Whip crafted this turn. Which means I need to be able to afford this. Which means, it's 1, 2. It's 3. I don't want to lose my piggy. 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Whoa. That was almost so bad. I need that flame. That's like literally what I'm doing this for. I don't know what to get rid of. It is what it is. It's always a sad day when you have to get rid of the star. So... Cool. That looks pretty good. It's another dub. That's hilarious. That's, oh my goodness. It's an RNG backpack. That's a new gamer. Experimental, everybody. This is why we play, is because, sometimes you get a little grace, And sometimes you don't. So, for all the haters that would be like, oh, experimental's like literally easy. It's like, well, yeah, it is easier. But sometimes experimental decides to just say no. It took me a while to learn that you can just lock the unstable recombobulator. Whoa, that's awesome. How did it do that? Do that again. What the heck? What? That was awesome. I've never seen that. Anyways, yeah, it took me a while to learn that you can just lock the unstable recombobulator, and then it'll eat it. It did it again. Every time I talk about it, unstable recombobulator in it. Whoa! No, it just does it over time. I thought it was listening to me. I was like, what the fuck? So now it does it? Why wasn't it doing it earlier? Did they all do something? Oh my god, that one's doing something. If you hover on them, they do stuff? That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you can just lock it and it eats itself. So that's a pretty easy gamba. Alright. Operation Get Mana. Operation No Stamina. I'm gonna hang on to that because I got a string, so maybe we'll make a Dragonite, because who could have predicted that was gonna happen? Nothing. Alright, go next. Cry because we have no storage, because we're playing the adventure. We get no eco to buy bags. That was a close one. This is huge. Buns. It's pretty cool because I do seem to be struggling on stamina. I don't want to eat all my mana though, so I'm just gonna leave it right there. I do have... Oh, but wouldn't this be better? Wouldn't this be like crazy? That looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Why did I buy that? I have to make up 5 money now? Oh, well that wasn't that hard. I'm gonna need more debuff protection. This is getting a little spooky. Alright. I guess I could toss that in there. Yep. I should probably cook that toast. That's probably what I should have done. There's no real reason to have it as a bread. The speed up's not really relevant because I have Cthulhu. That's awesome. That's awesome. Sometimes you gotta hit it with the voice line, you know? Am I too poor? Like, are we deep enough into this run that I'm not gonna... Yeah, I think we just get the cap. Play it. Why the fuck would I buy that? I gotta fit all of it. You know, I'm over here looking at the shop saying that the adventurer has no eco to buy things, and look at what's going on in here. And why am I even touching over here? Like, just re-roll and buy storage. Sometimes I swear I'm lost. It's all the shinies. You see the shinies, and it's like, oh, well, I gotta have that. Whatever. No, it's ugly, but it works. Another dub. Oh my god, they stunned me. How did they do that? Okay. Bastard. Well played, that was a good bag. I thought I was gonna win that, and then I got stunned out of nowhere and just died. I mean, no, I'm good. Storage, please. Please. Gamba. It wasn't worth it. Oh no. What does that even do? Start a battle, gain 1 luck for each. Finally. Pineapple. Basically, I have to get that this round. So, I beg you, game. Thank you. Except that's really expensive, so like... No, thank you. What do I do now? It's so expensive. Huh? What the heck? I don't understand. Let's put the piggy in there. Oh my goodness, there's nowhere to fit anything. Yeah, I got nothing. Alright. That might be now. Yeah. That's tragic. See, you know it when you see, so like here's a golden rule. If you are approaching the end of the campaign and you see a pyromancer pop up and their backpack is solid like yellow, orange, red, just solid, and then you see this, you're probably about to die. Unless your backpack's actually really good. Yeah. Obsidian Dragon. I am not a fan of the Obsidian Dragon. I think that it's a very lame item. Really not a fan of how it works. Alright, so somebody else would say that I'm crazy for leaving this locked. They'd be like, Carrie, you're actually throwing. That's, like, you got one for on sale, so you can unlock this now. But we're going the Flame Whip. So, double fanfare. We want as many fanfares as we can get. High key. I don't think I need this banana. I didn't really pay attention. I'm just gonna leave it. I still haven't got a goober. It's okay. I'm not sure what this is doing down here. Is there like anywhere I could fit that? I mean, technically right there. What does it need? Nature items? You're telling me toast is not a nature item? You're telling me nature did not make toast? I don't know if I believe that. Should we make the flame armor? It would provide us the healing that we're kind of like lacking. It would eat our heat though, which sucks. I don't like that part. Not a fan of that. And now we don't have... this sucks. Okay, hold on. Alright, better. No, it's not better. It's not better at all. Whatever. Do I need the banana nut? Fuck. Nice. Alright, one more round and then we're in survival, and that's where it gets serious. The campaign is kind of a gimme and experimental because, as we've seen, since it's experimental and it's really volatile, it's not too common that you get such a brutal run that you actually needed to play very efficient to make it through survival. Like, 70% good is good enough usually to make it through the campaign in experimental or survive or in the unranked. But survival becomes difficult, unironically, in experimental. The more wins successively you have in this game, the higher, similarly, successive win backpacks you run into. So if we win this last campaign round and we begin winning our survivals, the difficulty is about to ramp up a lot. So we got to build good here. We need to... I don't even think I can pay for that. Sure. I kind of have to combine these. I don't want a Cubert. Yeah, get the banana out of here. Get this toast out of here. I can't even use that, can I? Oh, I can. A little bit of the dragon in there. Some poison protection's not bad. Can sneak the fanfare up here. Toss that there. Okay. This backpack's so full of random crap. Alright, we want it. Kinda expected that to happen because this backpack's pretty decent. It's not bad. I could make a second mana torch. Is that like ridiculous? That's 0.7. That's 0.7. Oh, that is ridiculous, but it would be so fun. Nah, we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna make the mana armor. Moon armor's actually the best of the armors, high key. I don't know. Maybe now that they added the new armor, where is it? This stuff's crazy. The only reason this is balanced is because your weapons attack 50% slower. It is, if I have yet to do it, because I've only built this 3 times so far, like set out to build it and done that 3 times. You can see it cost, where is it? How do I tell? Do I click on it? It cost a Manny Neko. Oh, or you can use a bunch of coins? Oh. We know what we're doing next video. It's a gold armor game. I'll show you. This thing is broken. The only thing that it makes it balanced is that your weapons attack 50% slower. And with the fact that you gain 3 gold, which I understand is because, you know, it's a 2x3, so you could fit 3 piggies in there. But the fact that you gain 3 gold for having an armor that reduces 5 debuffs, and then if you have no debuffs, gives you armor. It's a vampire armor. It's a budget vampire armor that doesn't actually like take away your health. Yeah, your weapons attack 50% slower, but it has the best debuff removal of any of the armors, and it actually gives you armor when there's no debuffs, which none of the other armors do. and it starts with enough armor to proc things like Gin Lamp and a lot of things, and it gives you regen. You could go a vampire build on this. You could go the what this thing? What's this thing called? The Vampiric Breaker Blade. You could go that. The Impractically Large Bloodthorn. Yeah, you could go that. And if you could figure out how to solve that 50%, it would be insane. So anyways, yeah, we're doing that next video. Now that I realize a bunch of coins can do that, that's actually nuts. Another banana. This would be pretty cool. Got him. Can't put that anywhere. This is pretty cool. I don't think I could afford it, unfortunately. I did not see if I was producing enough spike, and at this point, I don't really care if I'm not. I need some storage. There we go. That's awesome. I don't think we're going to be able to get this gloves in here. I'd really like to. It'd be cool if we could do that. Let's try that. It would be awesome to get that. It would be so nice. Because what if I don't produce enough? You know, like what if... Am I trolling? Am I like, is this a bad assessment? Maybe. Oh no. It's a good thing we got that second pineapple. That would have been a problem if we did not have that second pineapple. Because if we didn't max our spike, we would not have generated enough heat to get ahead of that frost curve, and it would have been Jover. That's kind of how frost works, especially versus heat. Frost v frost and frost v heat is literally which exponential curve wins the drag race. Sometimes there can be some like effect damage and like damage scaling. Like if it's a frost build that has a particularly high damage ramp due to effects, not due to like debuffs, then yeah, it sometimes can change that. But most of the time, like 95% of the time, frost v frost, heat v heat, and frost v heat is literally just a drag race if the build is solely dependent on that. I don't even know if this is good. I can't even... Yeah, I'm not going to buy that. This is awesome. Yeah, let's steal their debuffs, because why not? Well, at this point, I don't think we're going to craft that, so let's sell that. I probably should have crafted some rings this game, but I didn't. This would be enormous because I could scoot this over, leave that there, turn that, move that here, and now I have to figure out how to pay for it somehow. Well, I can get to 5, and I need this. And that gets me to 6. And I don't really need this anymore. Oh, that was way too much. Bad math. It's okay. Just toss it in. Go. Oh, well. On the off chance. Oh, wait. It's whatever. I know this thing's like could be way more efficient, but it's whatever. Oh yeah, good damage. Demolish the Rainbow Goober. Get rid of that. This would be crazy. I can't really I mean... Nah, they're trolling me with that one. Maybe right here? Instead of the dragon? Yeah. It's way better. It is so much better. All right. What a beautiful bag. What a beautiful bag at the end. It looks horrific, but we gotta just take a minute to appreciate it all begins with this generator. And the generator speeds up our pineapple and our Cthulhu and our other pineapple. And that generates our spike, and that increases our flame whip, which immediately gives us our speed boost. And this speed boost is what's gonna allow us to get our mana even quicker. And as soon as we have the mana, our Cthulhu is probably already popped, but the important thing is that it fixes our stamina and it begins to raise our max HP, and then it recuperates our pineapples so that this can immediately begin consuming more. And in fact, because our pineapples are so fast, we actually overgenerate Spike, which is the ideal situation because Spike is extremely strong. And then we deal effect damage here and range damage here, so we don't have to worry about Spike from these two. These two are melee, but it's kind of... Oh, this is really dangerous. Let's change that. Yeah, that's so dangerous. Basically, okay, what I've been explaining here is I have a Flame Whip build that relies on Cthulhu being my pineapple drive, and of my fruit drive, I have the banana nut and the cheese to raise my max HP and fix my stamina so that this can go crazy. And I have this to limit their max HP so that I should win the drag race. Because I'm a heat build and I raise my max HP, hopefully I turn off their ability to heal quickly. Because every time this procs, it lowers the opponent's healing by 10%. So 10 procs of this, and they can no longer heal, assuming they have nothing like this, which is, to increase their healing to, in case, like I have that, in case I encounter somebody who has this, or similar, like a Doom Cap, so as to not die instantly. Yeah. And then we steal their buffs. We steal their buffs with these two. And we generate a little bit of Empower because, well, not anymore. We used to generate more Empower with the toast, but we're relying on stealing that at this point. Maybe this cheese giving it. This kind of sucks. Like, everything's so spaced out. Yeah, it's as good as it gets. And there's our debuff protection. We have these to strip any debuffs. They get past that. This is further mana and Empower. I don't have a mana orb, which is sad. There it is. Is there any way I can afford that? Because it is so strong. In this build, it would be so strong. That gets me to 3, and that gets me my other 3. Okay. I am about to go bonkers. Yeah, I'm actually about to delete whoever I encounter. Just kidding. Stunned. See, that's my problem. I do not have good stun protection. If I literally didn't get stunned there, I win that. You can see that they started to die. I was so close. I just popped my mana orb. and I was at 64 heat. Like, I won right after this, but I get stunned. Where do I get stunned? Protected. Yeah. And I'm out of stamina. Is that what killed me? Oh my god. Me swapping this killed me. If I had just had this here, I might have won. That is so sad. So what I was freaking out about this is that this makes it an exponentially increasing stamina consumption. It attacks 3% faster every time it hits. So it's just increasingly quicker. Well, decreasing returns, but you know what I mean. So basically, if I put this on a weapon, because I'm a heat build and I'm not like a thing that where my weapon gives me stamina. Like, I don't have a Wolperting or something that can fix my stamina truly. I just have stamina burn via this and like this and similar. Whatever weapon I put this on is going to deplete my stamina at some point. In like 10 to 15 hits, it's going to be using too much stamina that I'm going to be net negative. And the problem is that I put it on my mana torch thinking that that would be better because it just increases my damage and it would be safer. But I needed it on the flame whip because, like I explained, I want to use these spikes literally as fast as possible. And if any weapon is going to drain my stamina, meaning it's going to be the weapon that uses all my stamina so that the other weapons can't proc because there is no stamina, it should be the flame whip, not the magic torch. Especially when I was hoping to pop the mana orb. I just acquired the mana orb, so increasing this delays my mana orb time, regardless of the fact that I have, these and that. Well, that sucks. What a beautiful build that I fumbled right at the very end. I needed more stun protection. Yeah, you can see, I would have been so much faster. I would have been at like 10 spike and like 80 heat. And that's 40% faster. It's okay. It's a decent build. Let's see what our time's at. We only listened to one song this whole time. ADD. 43 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to take the extra time we're going to go back and we're going to look. Well, this build was fun. I'm not going to lie. This build was really fun. Just because I had the katana in there and the dragon rider. That was fun. I take away a lot of their damage and raise my max HP. Try it again. There we go. Yeah, that was a fun build. I wish I had recorded this one. It was quite stressful. A lot going on in it. Like if we went back, you can see the pivots are... Oh, wait a minute. I did record this one. That's crazy. We bailed on that run. I'm trying to find a specific one. I had like 3 or 4. There it is. Yes. This is a troll, but it's whatever. And that should have been a Paradise Bird, and I would have been broken. If this had been a Paradise Bird, I am telling you, this build is so fucking broken. The fanfares on a heat build are OP, because the only thing that makes them balance is that it's a 1 in 3 chance to remove 1 stamina, and they're moderately slow. But as soon as you have heat, they start activating pretty quickly, and so once again, the only thing that makes them balanced is that they're a 1 in 3 chance to take the stamina, meaning 2 out of 3 activations do not take their stamina. But if you just have enough heat, you can see they just have no stamina. And you'll run into stamina-less builds, but like, look at this hammer. Look at this poor hammer. Just out of stamina the whole time. So yeah, if this had been a Paradise Bird and I did not have this, it would have been incredible. Wow, that was good. Good Excalibur build. Paradise Bird's what made that goated. It is probably one of the strongest items in the entire game. And the double feasting. This is a great Excalibur build. Triple mana orb. Tuck that in there just because you're going to pop it and deal the 100 damage. You have this and that. Wow. Tell me one banana, not even Paradise Bird, could pay for that stamina. They have a bunch of stamina bags. Then they have, yeah, they have 5. So 5, so 35. It's a good bag, very good. Excalibur has long since been one of the, like it's like the Fox of this game. Like if this were Melee, Excalibur, maybe the Falco, it is like one of the most like prevalent, consistent characters or like archetypes to build. The Excalibur has long since been goated. It is a matter of execution. It's kind of like, you know, like cooking like a French onion soup or something, or like an omelet, you know? Like it's a simple recipe. It's about the execution. Because there's so many ways and variables that could go wrong or right, you know? A lot of different ways it could pivot. Yeah, this is a fun build. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It made me really happy. It's not the best Flame Whip build I've ever made. That's like gone now, I think. Unfortunately. Yeah. Listen, don't mind half these. They were pretty rough. This is pretty good just because I had Stankus and double Goobert. It was pretty nasty. Nope. Not nasty enough. Alright, so we've concluded that. Low tier build. Lost to a simple ice build. I don't think I've had very good builds since the new update. It's been so chaotic. This was fucking wild. What was going on here? Yeah, you love to see quadruple Shelly with the speak with animals on it. I mean, isn't this just glorious? I sure think so. Yeah, I wish it didn't erase old builds. I once had a Shelly build where I increased the maximum healing I received so much that each of the Shellys was giving me like 130 HP. And they were popping every like 3 seconds. And my max HP within like 6 to 7 seconds was in the thousands. Like I once had a build that, due to those Shellys and the Paradise Birds ramping up their healing, made me have like 37,000 max HP in just a battle that drew out. And yeah, I think those are so cool. I wish I could still see those. None of these are good. They look like junk drawers. See what's going on here. I love Flame Whip. It is just the most fun build. It feels like a train that you're trying to get, like a car or something you're trying to get to run as efficient as possible. It's like, how do I get this engine to just, like, basically I want a jet engine. I'm tired of having a rotary engine. I want a jet engine, and that's what you do with heat, and it's so fun. This one's decent. The only reason it works so well and it appears like everybody's just getting vaporized is because it's a little bit what I tried to do in this run. I have the Doom Cap in there, but I have it working better. So I just take away all their healing and then they die. Not sure what's going on here. Stankus build. I'm not gonna lie, that's disgusting. This is disgusting. This is so good. Where's my where's my debuff protection? And where's my stun protection? I think I would lose to an ice build. I think I'd lose to a potion build. I think I would lose to the right card build. I think I would lose to the right stun build, if I didn't already say that. and a well-built Rainbow Goober would for sure demolish this. Surely a well-built Rainbow Goober, because I do not generate luck, would blind the buns out of me, and I would miss everything, and I don't know, it's kind of disgusting because I don't even flame whip. Like, this is all generated just friendly fire, Chili Goober. The Stankus does so much damage, and I have so much increased healing that I can sustain myself long enough generally for the Stankus just to rip them to shreds. Wow, what an interesting build. It's still like not that great. I wish, let's see if I have it in the screenshots. Let's see if yeah, it doesn't look like I have it in here. Listen, ignore everything you're about to see. Just turn your eyes off or something. What's going on in here? Ignore the AI. We're not going to talk about that. Why did I save this one? Hilarious. Hilarious. And yes, I do save screenshots of backpacks because I find them interesting. I find, like, look at this. Beautiful. I don't know what I was doing, but apparently I got a triple on sale and I needed everything here. Oh, these were the glory days. These were the glory days of the Shell Totem. This was the most fun backpack battles I've ever played. Back in these days. Holy moly. You be cranking out crazy stuff. What a simple backpack. What a terrible backpack. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, the glory days. If you ever played this game and you formed something like this, you know what I'm talking about. And you're either on team I hated this meta or I loved this meta and it was perhaps one of the most fun metas. It was awesome. I loved the Shell Totem being relevant. I loved building this every game. I enjoyed it more than Flame Whip. Going Shell Totem was so much fun. But yeah, I guess we'll never know. We'll never know. All right. Well, if you watched, which you'd be here if you watched, right? Because so if I say if you watched, then it's to nobody if nobody watched. But if I say if you watched and anybody listens, well then you did watch because you are watching, right? Is that how that works? So if you watched, or rather, since you watched, but it's really not a since you watched. It really is just an in general. It's a shame that you can't cast spells. So I guess, since you watched and you're the only one here to receive it, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. I hope you're well. Take care of yourself. And play backpack battles. Yeah, this game is so good. Alright, see ya.